anger isn't something we have to heal away or have to personal growth our way out of. Our anger is our truth. Our anger says something doesn't feel right to me, and I'm going to speak that. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, I'm sorry, it doesn't feel right. I remove myself from the situation. I have to think before I act again. Your anger is not something you have to step out of or grow out of or heal away or do something with it in a forest, because it is our truth. It doesn't want to leave. It protects us. It's our authenticity. It's our boundaries. If we suppress our anger, we suppress our truth. We suppress a part of ourselves, and what we do is we deny our own existence for a little bit, and that is a very dissociative experience. What we then do, we come into some kind of hypersensitivity and overstimulation, and we're confused and we cannot feel ourselves anymore. But if I allow my anger to be there and to be true, that is very empowering. I do not have to heal myself out of my anger. My anger is my truth. I'm allowed to be angry, and I'm allowed to speak what is on my mind. And that is what anger is. And that's really important, because if we try to work with it or heal it, then we actually suppress it further, because we're not listening to our anger. We all have our suppressed emotions. Someone has very suppressed grief or shame, but that is often more the case for men. And women often have more suppressed anger. Why? Men are not allowed to feel ashamed and to be vulnerable. Women are not allowed to express their anger and their truth, because then they are hysterical, or men, then they are vulnerable and weak and not a true man. So there's a lot of conditioning to suppress those parts of ourselves. And I say this often, but of course I will say it again. We create a split inside of ourselves, and we deny parts of who we truly are. That is when we do not feel whole anymore, and we feel lost, and we don't know where our anchor is. And if we allow our anger to just be, and to just say, hey, I'm angry, and that is okay, because my anger is legit. It has the right to be there. It brings something to me. It's important. It's part of who I am. Then I can feel my body again. And then I can anchor. And then I can ground. And then I can sink into the earth. Whatever what we are trying to seek, right? And what we are trying to heal. And we're so conditioned to believe that we are the problem because of the world we grew up in, the relational trauma, the suppression of our truth and our authenticity, the fear control, the mind control, whatever. We are so conditioned to suppress our anger, to leave our truth, that is what makes us feel lost and abandoned and alone, because we also keep on abandoning ourselves. And anger is a really, 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 really important to start to acknowledge it and accept it, that it's there, and listen to it. And often, because we are so conditioned to not feel anger, we subconsciously have all these mechanisms to not even feel our anger anymore. So we suppress it. So we think we have to be someone we're not. We're very strict with our diets. We hate ourselves. We do not love ourselves. We think we have to be some perfect human being. We numb ourselves. We use food. We use addictions, whatever, everything to not feel the anger. And when we go to that anger, we go to our truth, and that is where our anchor is. Yeah, you can hear that I'm very passionate about this. That's also my anger speaking. You hear that? That's a healthy anger. That's saying, yo, society, what the F are you doing? We are so sick and tired and traumatized because of the systems we are living in, and it's not correct. There's not something wrong with me. This whole society is screwed. Yeah. And that's what my anger is saying. And if I'm at my job and someone says something I don't like, I don't want, or crosses my boundary, that's my anger, what I feel. And I have to start to listen to that. So no, you don't have to go into a forest and heal your anger by shouting it out there. You have to sit with your anger and say, I'm angry. Okay, anger, welcome. What do you want to tell me? I want to give that to you. Like, there is not something wrong with you. It's the world out there. Your anger is valid. What you feel is valid. Your truth is valid. Go listen to that. Go work with that. Let's free ourselves from thinking that there is something wrong with us and that we have to keep small and heal ourselves continuously because this is something that we took from our past, right? If we have parents or relational trauma in some way, we internalize this story that there is something wrong with me, so I have to continuously work on myself in order to be a good human being and to receive the love that I so desperately wanted to receive from my parents. So when we are that child, then we are continuously trying to heal ourselves and to make everything works and to adapt ourselves in such a way that everybody around us feels good, feels safe, and likes us. And we have to become unlikable for the rest of the world to save ourselves from that cycle, save ourselves from that loop we're in, to free ourselves from that ongoing, continuously trying to work on ourselves and just feel like, hey, this is my anger. It doesn't feel right to me, and that's fine. And you will feel and experience, the more you do that you will start to feel your body and your embodied boundaries again and create the safety inside that your inner child needs. Because it needs you as a protector, as a warrior, as a king and a queen all together. So we're not going to forests, just going to say, hey, I'm angry and I'm right to feel that way.